Amelia, I just want to check something. Your father's company was taken over by my son, wasn't it? Why are you asking about that out of the blue? My father is still the president of the company. Please don't say crazy things. So, does that mean you're the next president? Well, that's fine anyway. Huh? Please stop talking nonsense. Who told you that information? I visited your house yesterday to see my son. That's when I heard about it. You visited our house? Are you telling me that you went in without permission? If you're coming, you should have told me in advance. My son was home since it was his day off, so it doesn't matter. You're just being paranoid, aren't you? I was working. Don't you dare to talk back to me. I have a very serious question. Did my husband say that he was going to be the president of my father's company? No, he didn't. We found a note in your working space. I can't believe you went into my working space without permission. Did you ransack the house? Of course not. Do you think I'm some sort of thief? We're family, so it's normal to enter each other's houses without permission. Please don't do that. Even though we are family, it's an invasion of privacy. That's not important right now. What's more important is what the note said. I saw that it said, the next president will come from my heir. It must be my son, Warlock, am I right? I just made a note on the phone conversation I had with my father. It's confidential outside the company. Even though you are my mother-in-law, I can't tell you any more than that. I need to know everything related to that. Warlock is one of my family members who works for the company. He's on the list of candidates for the next president, isn't he? I have to hear at least that much. As I just told you, I can't talk to you because you are an outsider. I really can't. Well, by how you say it, I can tell that Warlock will be the next company president. Isn't that right? Please, stop prying. I can't tell you anything about that. There are 4 of my relatives working in the company, including you and Warlock. Then it's obvious that my son will be the next president, isn't it? Can we stop talking about this? I can't divulge any information. No, we need to continue talking. You don't have any male siblings, do you? I have 2 younger sisters, for your information. It's impossible for a woman to take over the company. That means the only male heir is Warlock. Please stop speculating and saying strange things. I can't tell you anything, no matter what. From that reaction, it seems that I was right about most of the things. I'm glad to hear that. Please give me a break. If you don't have any other business, can we end our conversation here? Maybe I should ask Warlock for an overseas trip next time. I want to go to Italy again. It seems that you don't want to listen to what I say. If it happens, I might as well carry out that plan. Yeah, let's do that. What are you talking about? Don't worry about it now. See you later. My name is Amelia. I'm 35 years old and currently working for a major company owned by my father. 5 years ago, I met and married Warlock, who is the same age as me. He is unreliable and somewhat dangerous, but I thought he was cute just the way he was. I still feel the same way even now. However, I always have a hard time dealing with my mother-in-law. Today, while I was at work, she entered the house without permission, even though she had my husband's permission, and even ransacked my room. I tried to warn her, but she wouldn't listen to me. However, I later regretted that I had underestimated Fanny, my mother-in-law. I'm sorry to inform you, but I've filed for your divorce. What? Was that really necessary after all this time? Besides, your husband passed away last year. So shouldn't you have filed the marriage termination papers at that time? What are you talking about? Don't be ridiculous. I'm grateful to my husband for leaving me a lot of inheritance. There's no way I'm terminating that now. Wait a minute. Then whose divorce papers did you file? You and Warlock. It's obvious, right? Huh? Why? Since Warlock has become the president of the company, I don't need you anymore. I want you to proceed with the divorce. What on earth are you talking about? I don't know where to begin. You have a harsh personality, and to be honest, I didn't like you. But I put up with it because you're the president's daughter. I'm glad that I can finally let that go now. I knew that you didn't like me, but you're being too arrogant, you know. Shut up! All I want is my son. Even this house belongs to us, mother and son, from today. I've always dreamed of living together with my son. No way. We've just completed our move into the high-rise where you and Warlock live. I'm a fast worker, aren't I? You're so selfish. This house is in Warlock's name, right? Then it shouldn't be strange for his mother to live together. Do you have a problem with that? As you know, I live here too. What were you thinking? Moving out without consulting me? I mean, you're already divorced from Warlock, so it's time for you to move out. I don't think having a discussion in advance with you is necessary. Fanny, please listen. Have you heard about the crime of forging documents? What is that? Do you mean it's a crime to write something without permission? That's right. It's against the law to make a divorce decree without the permission of the persons concerned. If you contact the authorities immediately, it is possible to revoke it. But I went there together with Warlock, so I have his permission. Seriously? He's been thinking about divorcing you for a long time. I wonder why you didn't notice. Gosh, that's unbelievable. Knowing how Warlock feels, are you still going to keep saying that you don't want to divorce him? You're pathetic. I don't know what to do. You have no choice anyway. Warlock and you are strangers now. I've sent your stuff to your parents' house, so don't worry. I can't believe you did this while I was working. This is just too much to bear. I don't like your personality, but in case you don't know, I'm grateful to you, okay? Thanks for being a stepping stone for my son to become the company's president. I'm sincerely indebted to you. Anyway, I'll discuss this with Warlock once. There's a lot of confusion here. You can talk it over, but don't come back to the high-rise, okay? I won't forgive you if you do something annoying like that. I'm off work tomorrow, so I'll call Warlock over to the cafe and we'll talk. Oh well, why don't you do whatever you want? See ya! It's been a week since your divorce. I know you're not over it. I just want you to stop obsessing over Warlock. Don't worry. I'm already over it. We talked about it, and I didn't go to the authorities to cancel the divorce. You're lying. Every day, Warlock says that he's going to see you. It's true that he comes to my parents' house every day. I knew it. You're going around calling your ex-husband and trying to get him to cancel the divorce. Can you explain the current situation to me? I think you misunderstood. Your son is begging me not to divorce him. I don't think so. Warlock wanted a divorce. I don't see a single reason why he's going to your parents' house. Stop taking advantage of my son for your own good. You know what? Stop running off on your own without knowing what's going on. How rude! Warlock said that he wants to divorce you. Also, it's a fact that he's going to be the company's president. I know everything. I wonder why you said that. As a matter of fact, Warlock won't be the president of our company. That can't be true. I saw the note you left with my own eyes. Instead of taking over the company, he's unemployed now. What are you talking about? That's impossible. Think about it carefully. In the days before the divorce, you entered our house several times without permission. Each time you came to our house, Warlock was there, wasn't he? Don't you think it's strange? Which part of that was strange? My son just happened to take a day off from work when I visited him. Our company is closed on Saturdays, Sundays, national holidays, New Year's, and summer holidays. We are on business during weekdays, and yet Warlock was home. What? I don't understand. Moreover, don't you think it's strange that he hasn't been going to work every day these days? I think he was just using his paid leaves. I mean, he's the company's president, so he doesn't have to come to the office, right? You're wrong. Even if he were the company's president, it's impossible for him to take day off so often on weekdays, even if he uses his paid leaves. Wait a minute. I'm getting more confused. Let me explain it to you step by step. Please listen carefully. First of all, Warlock was fired from our company 6 months ago. What? Why? He was a habitual slacker. He skipped work whenever he found time and didn't do a very good job at all. Our company can't keep a lazy person as an employee. Anyone would take a little time off to relax. Are you telling me that the company doesn't allow the employees to take a break? In Warlock's case, it went too far. It wasn't even in the category of taking a break. He said that he went to visit a client, but he ended up gambling at a casino. Because of that, he once forgot to visit an important client. No way! There's no way my son would do such a thing! I know he was unreliable and not serious about his work to begin with. I used to go together with him when I was in the same sales department. Really? But 6 months ago, I had to leave the sales department. That's when his slacking off habit worsened. Then that means you're the cause too, right? Of course not. Warlock is already 35 years old. I think it's normal for him to do his job on his own. No, I don't think you should leave him by himself, knowing that he can't do his job without help. You were his wife, weren't you? I've been appointed as an executive director, so there's no way I can follow up on the work of the sales department. What did you say? I was appointed as an executive director. Before that, I was the head of the sales department. My father nominated me for the position, so I was promoted. You didn't hear about this? No, I didn't. By any chance, are you the company's next president? I've told you many times, but I couldn't go into details because it's a company secret. But an executive director is a pretty important position. Don't you think so? I can't tell you anything about it. I'll leave that to your imagination. Then, why didn't you tell me about that at an early stage? I didn't think it was a good idea to tell you that your son is unemployed if he didn't tell you. Then at least tell him that you've become the executive director. I'm your mother-in-law. I thought you hate me. That's why I didn't tell you, because I knew that you wouldn't be interested in me. I can't believe this is really happening. Warlock is unemployed and you're one of the board members? I'm speechless. I've warned Warlock many times not to slack off. I've also given him proper guidance and training. But there was no room for improvement with him. So we had no choice but to have him quit the company. Please understand. But why did he accept my offer of divorcing you when he was in such a state? It turns out that what he wanted was the high-rise where we lived, and his father's inheritance. My husband's inheritance? He thought that he was going to have the high-rise as part of his share of the property, and if he lives there with you, he'll also benefit from his father's inheritance. With those, he was thinking that he'll have no trouble making ends meet after the divorce. So that's why he accepted my proposal so easily, even though he was unemployed? How foolish of him. However, after discussing the matter with me, various miscalculations and misunderstandings came to light. Then, he told me that he doesn't want a divorce. I didn't know that. What did you tell Warlock when you asked him to divorce me? I just told him that he should leave you because of your harsh personality. Why did you ask that? Did you talk to him about who's gonna be the next president? Warlock agreed to the divorce before I could even talk about that. That's why I told him about your misunderstanding. That's when he realized that he was relying on me financially since he was unemployed and finally started to get impatient. But was that enough to make him impatient? We still have a house, so it's not like that he's suddenly going to be in trouble. That's strange. You must have some kind of a plan, don't you? As for the high-rise, I bought it in one lump sum before I got married. Unfortunately, Warlock can't live in it because it's not subject to property division. Didn't you buy that after you got married? I thought the two of you went to a real estate agent to look for a new house while you were engaged. We did think about a new house, but my house is quite spacious, and we decided it would be a shame to let it go. So you and my son continued to live there? That's right. And then, when Warlock finally understood that if we're divorced, he would be homeless and jobless, he thought that it would be a bad idea to move on with the divorce under the current circumstances. So he is now begging me to cancel the divorce. After all, he's going to be kicked out of the high-rise. I can't believe I misunderstood everything. Oh my God. Sorry to hear that. I apologize for being selfish. Please don't divorce Warlock. It's too late, Fanny. You and your son are really just like each other. I can't believe I can't even live in that high-rise, and my son is jobless. Thank you so much for supporting Warlock until this day. I really hope that you'll continue to do the same. Don't make me laugh. Even though you've apologized to me, things won't change. You knew Warlock's personality before you married him. You wanted to support him, right? I thought he was cute at first because he was unreliable and a bit of a mess. I'm the eldest daughter, so I have a caring personality. Then you should continue to love him. And me too. Why do you expect me to take care of you and Warlock after what you've done to me? That's impossible, of course. I've sold my house since I thought I was going to live in the high-rise. What am I supposed to do now? You got a lot of inheritance from your husband, right? Besides, you're a pensioner, so why don't you do your best to make ends meet? I can't do that. That's why I moved out. You should have guessed. Are you kidding me? Did you spend all of your husband's inheritance? Well, something like that. Well, you said before that you wanted to go back to Italy again, but looks like you've been traveling overseas so much that you've run out of money. I was just so happy because I suddenly got a lot of money. I went on a cross-country tour of Europe and also a gourmet tour of Korea. Before I knew it, my balance turned to zero. So please, don't give up on me. Give me a break. On top of that, I even got a bill for the property tax on my house. I thought it was impossible to live on my pension alone. That's when I found out that Warlock might take over your father's company. Strictly speaking, that was your own mistake. Isn't that what you deserved? Don't say that! It was a ray of light for me. That's why I was going to make him divorce you and keep his earnings to myself. I never thought this would happen. If you had consulted me in the first place, I would have helped you a lot. Looks like you never listened to anyone. Then help me now. I don't want to do that. I'm not sure I'm ready to forgive you after what you've done to me. So, you don't even love my son anymore? My feelings have completely cooled off after this incident. I wonder if someone's feelings can change that easily. Warlock said he felt inferior and desperate because his wife had got a promotion and he was unemployed. But that doesn't mean I can go back with someone who can decide on divorce so easily. But you said you have a caring nature, didn't you? Why don't you take care of me and my son as your hobby? It will be fun. Please don't say anything without thinking in advance. It's not the same as taking care of someone you love. Oh no! Then what should I do? Please think about that on your own. As for the high-rise, we are preparing to sell it, so please leave as soon as possible. Please take care of your own son from now on. Don't abandon us! Help us! You are our only hope, Amelia! After that, I also proceeded with the sale of the high-rise and got rid of my mother-in-law and ex-husband. The last time I saw my mother-in-law and ex-husband, they were crying like babies. How embarrassing. My ex-husband was coming to my parents' house every day, so I warned him that if he came again, I would report him to the police. As a result, he got scared and stopped doing that. And then, time passed. I was nominated by my father to be the next president of the company. And now, I'm working hard every day so that I can manage the company properly. My days are so busy that I have a newfound respect for my father. I have not been in contact with my mother-in-law and my ex-husband since then. Rumor has it that my ex-husband has not been able to find a new job. He kept changing his job since he's not capable to work at the same place for a long term. The property division that I gave him as a last mercy seems to have been used up immediately. Now they are living in poverty with only my mother-in-law's small pension. I tried to do everything I could, but it can't be helped. I feel bad about the way we parted, but from now on, I will forget about those two and try to do my best for the company and my own happiness.
Guess who I am? Yes, who is this? I don't accept advertising messages. Are you serious? Don't you get it? How could you forget about me? It's me, Poppy. Poppy, is that you? I remember now. I didn't expect you to contact me. How have you been? I can't believe it took you so long to remember. Your memory is as bad as ever. I can't believe you forgot the most beautiful girl in our grade. No one has ever forgot about me before. I remember you, Poppy. How did you get my number? Well, I know that you won't forget me. Are you surprised when you got a message from the most popular girl in school? It's an honor, right? I mean, it's an honor, but it was so sudden. By the way, who gave you my contact information? You're being unfriendly. You should be more impressed or overwhelmed that I contacted you. I'm impressed. Just answer my question, okay? You're still a boring woman as ever. I asked Sarah. Seems like you're still hanging out with the same old dweebs. I'm not impressed. Sarah? Yes, we get along well. I chose the person whom I want to get along with, and it's none of your business. So, what do you want from me? Well, don't rush me. You should show me how glad you are to talk to me. Joy should be expressed to the fullest. Thank you, Poppy. I'm glad you called. Yes, just like that. I have an important announcement to make. We're having a reunion next week. Next week? At this time of year? Oh, let's not do that. We're not supposed to go out, right? That only applies when you're attending unimportant events. The reunion doesn't fall under that category. It's an important event. What? I don't get it. Are you out of your mind? I'm the one who asked you to get together. It's going to be an important gathering. After all, I'm the most beautiful girl in our grade. Are you serious? We're in a serious situation right now, and you still want to have the reunion? Wow, I'm amazed with your bravery. Looks like you haven't changed at all. Thank you for your compliment. I love being praised. I'm often told I'm amazing. Yeah, I know that. I don't think what I just said to you was a compliment. I understand that you're just too shy to admit that you just gave me a compliment. Don't be shy, Marissa. We're having a reunion next Sunday, so you'll have to attend. You can't tell me that you won't go. I told you that we shouldn't gather now. It's not a good timing to do that. I know, of course. So this time we're having a reunion with just the 5 of us. I had a hard time choosing the members. That's not what I meant. Right now you need to keep a distance from people. Do you understand that? Of course, it's common sense. But it's not forbidden to have dinner with family members. It won't be a problem if it's just for a few hours. What are you talking about? We're not family, are we? Stop kidding me. I think we are like a family because we've been together since high school, right? Oh, really? I haven't heard from you since graduation. Has it been that long? I'm sorry I made you feel lonely. I won't leave you alone anymore. If you missed me so much, you should have told me sooner. Geez, I don't think you understand about what I'm trying to tell you. By the way, why did you suddenly decide to have a reunion? That's the thing. Listen to me. I bumped into Edward the other day. I realized that we were meant to be with each other. What do you mean? I don't think I understand what you're talking about. He seemed busy that day, but he told me to meet him next time. I realized that he wanted a chance to meet me too. Well, I think he was trying to be polite to you. You're being too optimistic. Of course not. Edward has been in love with me since high school. I guess he thought I was too hard to get, so he didn't confess his love to me. You really are a silly girl. In short, are you telling me you want a reunion because you want to meet Edward? No, he's the one who wants to meet me. I failed to get his contact information. I'm having Sarah to contact him. Why did you invite me then? I don't think it has anything to do with me. I wonder why you can't understand such a simple thing. Without you, I wouldn't stand out, would I? Seriously? You have always been my perfect foil. A beautiful woman like me needs a friend like that, right? I can't believe that you're still a brazen as ever. I'm so impressed by your attitude. I can't make it next week. I'm sorry. Why not? You can't just refuse my invitation like that. You have no right to do that. Oh, I get it. You don't want to see me because you've gained so much weight, haven't you? That must be the main reason. You're just a foil to me anyway. You don't have to worry about that. Oh, you're right. I may have gained weight. Awesome. Then you'll have to come. Promise me that you'll come. I'm looking forward to it. Wait a minute. I really can't. Since Poppy wasn't replying to my message, I asked Sarah to let her know that I'm not coming to the reunion, and yet Poppy sent me an outrageous message again. Finally, we'll meet each other tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. Don't forget that you're my foil. That's what you're good at. Hey, didn't Sarah tell you about that? I thought she told you I can't go. Did she? I didn't know about that. I really can't go tomorrow. I just can't. How is that possible? I'm not going to let you refuse my invitation. By the way, what about the others? Can they come? Of course. I'm the one who invited them. How could they refuse? Oh, I see. Wait a minute. You don't want to attend because you've gained weight? You don't have to worry about that. Yes, I've gained weight, but that's not the problem. What's the difference? You just don't want to attend because of your appearance. No matter if you're fat or not, you're not even pretty. No one can change that fact, and I feel sorry for you. Whatever. I'm busy. Can we end this conversation now? I don't have time to deal with you. Hey, how many pounds have you gained? I think I gained 17 pounds. No kidding! I can't stop laughing. Then I want to see you even more. I'll be on time tomorrow, so don't be late. I can't go. You have to understand that. I can't make it tomorrow, no matter how hard I try. You called me even after Sarah said I can't go. Didn't you? I know that. Sarah? Oh, that introverted girl. She's married and she's so cheeky. I can't let her get ahead of me, can I? Don't be rude, Poppy. Everyone deserves their own happiness. Sarah got married to a wonderful guy. She doesn't deserve to get married. Hold on a sec. Who do you think you are that you can just say whatever you want? I'm Poppy, the most popular girl at school. I was also the most beautiful girl in my grade. I deserve to get married with a nice guy and live a happy life. I'm sorry, I have to leave now. Wait a minute, I'm not done talking yet. If you don't show up tomorrow, I'll cut ties with you. I'm honestly exhausted from dealing with Poppy since she's being so persistent. Frankly speaking, it's a big nuisance for me. I was in a state where I had to leave quickly, so I just ignored her. Then, as expected, I was bombarded with messages every day. Are you kidding me? I've been trying to reach you. You should at least read my messages. I'm sorry, I'm busy. I told you I don't have time to hang out with you. What have you been doing for a week? Tell me you're sorry for not coming to the reunion. I can't believe you didn't even give me a call. You're such a pain in the ass, Poppy. I'm going to cut ties with you. I want you to stay out of my life. You're being cocky, huh? Don't you dare talk to me like that, Marissa. Who the hell do you think you are? Me? Someone's wife? Someone's wife? Are you kidding me? You don't even have a boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend. I'm sure you don't. You don't have to tell me that. If you even manage to get a boyfriend, I'm going to walk upside down. Really? I love to see you doing that. Of course, it's not true. I mean, it's just impossible for you to get a boyfriend. You should apologize for what you said to me. What? Didn't Sarah tell you? I'm married. I told you to stop joking, didn't I? Stop saying lies. You don't have to pretend about your life. It's true. Why don't you believe me? Don't be silly. You must apologize to me properly. You aren't pretty and you also have put on extra 17 pounds. I think you've finally lost your mind. What a pity. I think I have an average appearance. You have no right to insult me, Poppy. It's okay. You don't have to argue about that. I know that you're embarrassed with your appearance. I mean, I think it's important for a woman to look good. If you're beautiful like me, you'll get all the benefits. Unfortunately, you're not as pretty as me. I must say that God is unfair. Poor you. I don't think so. You just need to admit it, Marissa. We're all adults now. You don't have to hide your thoughts. I'm telling you the truth anyway. Huh? What are you talking about? You're just trying to look good in front of me, aren't you? I'm sorry about the reunion. Did Sarah tell you about that? Yes, she said no one could make it. I'm sorry to hear that. That's because you didn't show up. I've told you to come multiple times. Just because you're unhappy, it doesn't give you the right to interfere with my happiness. I don't think it's my fault. I think you're mistaken about me being unhappy. Listen, Poppy, I don't know what you're thinking, but you're married, right? Did you know Edward is married too? Yes, I'm married. I don't think that matters. Are you trying to have an affair with Edward? Cheating? I wouldn't do such a barren thing. Edward and I just married the wrong person. We should just break up with our partners and start a new life together. So you want to remarry? Let me ask you a very basic question. Did Edward ever told you that he likes you? He doesn't need to tell me that. There's no man who wouldn't love a beautiful woman like me. You are such a silly girl, Marissa. Don't you think that you're just imagining things? Of course not. How could it be? It's just that right now the wheels of fate are turning. It's romantic, isn't it? Romantic, huh? Unlike you, I've been through a lot. I can feel it in my bones. You've never experienced it, so you have no idea about that. Well, you've been married 3 times anyway. I don't even want to know. How did you find out? Oh well, I don't care. Yes, there were so many I couldn't choose just one. So I married them off one at a time, to be fair. It's tough being born as a beautiful woman. I see, that's great. You're so dull. Did you just now realize how great I am? Of course not. I've known you for a long time. You say it's fate or something, but you're just being too confident. Are you making fun of me? You're just jealous. Will you calm down and listen to me? Edward is married to me. That's the truth. What? Are you stupid? Have you lost your mind? You don't want to believe it, do you? That I'm Edward's wife. I tried to tell you the other day, but then you hung up on me without permission. You're kidding, right? There must be some mistake. Are you trying to set me up? Are you jealous because I'm pretty? No, that's not true. I can't believe you. I told you it's true. Poppy, you've been in love with Edward the whole time. I don't believe you. Don't say weird things. You're harassing me because you're jealous. Fine. I'll ask Edward directly then. Give me his number. I'll have to ask him. I can't just tell you without his permission. See? I knew it. You're lying. Okay, I'll ask him when he comes home tonight. I don't think he'll allow me to do that, so don't get your hopes up. I'll let you know tomorrow. I won't forgive you if you're lying. You're so late, Marissa. I've had enough. You told me that you'll let me know. Good morning. I didn't know that you're an early bird, Poppy. I've been waiting for you since last night. You couldn't call me because you lied to me, right? It's heartbreaking, isn't it? You and Edward. I shudder in disgust just thinking about it. I'm so busy in the morning. I was going to call you later. I told Edward about it, but he said no. I told you not to get your hopes up, didn't I? That's unbelievable. I can't trust you. You really are a brazen woman. Edward asked me to go out with him. How could I refuse? You're such a liar. I'm not lying. What should I do to make you believe me then? If you let me see him, I'll believe you. Okay then, just give me a minute. I'll ask him. Sorry to keep you waiting, but he said he can talk during his lunch break today. Well done. You did a great job asking him. That's exactly what I wanted you to do for me. Do you know where his company is? I'll send you a map later. Thank you. I can finally meet him. I'm sure that he'll be happy. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm sorry that I'm the only one who's happy, not you. Never mind. You should talk to him directly. I'm sure you'll understand everything. Thank you. We need to talk about our future. I've got to divorce that useless husband of mine. I can't slow down. Don't be hasty. Just think about that after you meet Edward. What are you talking about? I don't get it. You know what they say, the sooner the better. I'm going to write the divorce papers and file them right away. Maybe that's a little hasty. Can you just stay out of my life? Yeah, okay. I don't care what happens. Bye then. My husband Edward decided to meet Poppy. Soon after meeting with my husband, I thought I would get a message from Poppy, but I didn't hear anything from her since then. I got worried, so I decided to contact her that evening. Did you meet with Edward? I wonder if you understood the situation. Why? I can't believe this is really happening. He wasn't even happy when he saw me. He said I was annoying. He also told me that he has a baby now. The only reason I couldn't go to the reunion was because I went into labor. Sarah told me about you. I didn't think you were really married. Was I being deceived? I didn't deceive anyone. All I've said was the truth. I've written the divorce papers. What should I do now? You should take the responsibility of this. That's your own responsibility. I told you, you were being too hasty. I stopped you, didn't I? You didn't get it that way. The way you said it was wrong. My husband said he'd ask for alimony. What? Your husband? But you didn't cheat on him, did you? I did twice when we were still married. Oh, I guess you have no choice then. You deserve that anyway. I want to contact my husband, but I can't reach him. What am I supposed to do now? You will be happy and I'll be unhappy. It's just too much to bear. I can't take it anymore. So you're saying that it's okay for people to be unhappy, but you want yourself to be happy. What a selfish woman you are. Yes, as long as I'm happy, that's all that matters. If only you wouldn't exist, I'd be happy. I'm so shocked. Are you serious? Of course I am. Did it sound like a lie? Poppy, you should really think about what you're doing. Do you realize how much you've hurt people? Well, I don't think you do. You've been hurting my feelings since a long time ago. What's the point of saying that now? I was hoping that one day you'd understand, but it looks like I was just wasting my time dealing with you. I'm sure your husband has been hurt a lot too. I don't care about that. I'm done with you. I'll forgive you if you're truly sorry for what you did, but I will consider suing you if you continue to behave like this. I think you and your husband need to have a talk first. Sue me? I haven't done anything wrong. What you're doing is contempt. Both Edward and I are lawyers, and we can get you set up in a minute. Contempt? Is that a crime? What do you mean? Of course it's a crime. For contempt, you'll be in jail for less than 30 days. Wait, am I going to get caught? Are you kidding me? I'm not. Oh, by the way, you've been writing all this stuff about me on social media, haven't you? I don't remember that. Don't play dumb with me. You wrote things like I'm a woman who can't get married, or that I'm stalking you because I'm too unpopular. You wrote things on your timeline that weren't true, and you even posted a picture of me on your timeline. I'd rather sue you for defamation. Oh, wait! There's no need to be so angry. It's just a joke. I hate it when people can't take a joke. You've gone too far. It's not a joke. Defamation is punishable by imprisonment. It's a bit excessive, don't you think? I'll erase them from my timeline. That'll solve everything. I've already got the evidence. Edward is furious. He says he'll never forgive you. Is that so? Oh my God, what should I do? I'm sorry. Do you think you can solve everything just by apologizing? I'm gonna delete everything in my timeline now. Please don't put me in prison. I'm really sorry. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I apologize. I'm terribly sorry. You still don't get it, do you? I'm so disappointed. Defamation is punishable by up to 3 years in prison. Take some time to cool down. You need to reflect on what you've done to yourself. No, please, I'll do anything. Hey, why won't you answer me? Help me, please. I won't do it again. How can I get you to forgive me? Marissa, please. Do you want to be sued for violating the anti-nuisance ordinance too? Please don't do that. After that, Poppy stopped contacting me. She asked her ex-husband to annul the divorce, but she was divorced because she was caught cheating on her ex-husband. The previous divorces were all caused by her affairs. The amount of alimony was outrageous. She thought it was impossible to pay it back by herself. She tried to get married to a wealthy man, but all of them didn't work out. She ended up getting a night job to pay back the money. I felt sorry for her, so I decided not to sue her. I'm living a happy life with my child and my kind husband. I'm going to protect her happiness at all costs.
Landon, I need you to pick up the phone. I need to talk to you. Just answer me, please. What's the matter with you all of a sudden? You're bothering me. I'm sorry, but I'm in the middle of a business meeting. Can we talk later? This is urgent. I need to talk to you now. Landon, are you there? I really beg you, please, listen to me. You're persistent, Nicole. How many times are you going to call me? I told you I'm in a meeting. I'm not kidding. Why are you calling me so depressingly today? I've had enough. Well, I have something important to tell you. Just because I'm late for 12 days, don't call me over and over again. Business meetings haven't been going as smoothly as planned. I'm having a hard time. That's why I want you to stop calling me like crazy. I'm begging you. I was in an awkward situation earlier when my phone rang several times during the meeting. You should have known what's going on over here. I see. So that's the reason why you didn't pick up my call? Huh? Do you really understand what I just told you? I told you I was at work, but you kept calling me. Seriously, give me a break. Unlike you, I'm on a business trip right now. I'm busy. I was late only for 12 days, right? Don't contact me multiple times. I'm sorry. I still haven't got used to this phone since it's not mine. Seems that it isn't user-friendly at all. I was in panic too. Sorry for troubling you. What? You're not Amanda, are you? I'm your mother-in-law, Nicole. Anyway, you were being quite rude on the phone. I wonder if you treat the others the same way too. Don't tell me you didn't notice that. It was me who called you. Wait a minute. What the heck is going on? Nicole, are you there? Please, let me check again. Did you use Amanda's phone when you called me? Was that you? Yes. I should have told you right away. I got a little distracted and I'm sorry about that. I didn't really know what I was doing. I just had to call you as soon as possible, that's all. I'm sorry that I kept pestering you. No worries. I was just gonna check again about Amanda. Is it true that she passed away? I can't believe that. So could you explain to me? Oh, you heard about that. Yes, she passed away yesterday. I was trying to get in touch with you since yesterday. I even went to your house. Why didn't you call me back? I'm sorry. I went overseas for a business trip. I was in a meeting and couldn't take your call. It was important business, right? I wish I could have reached you at work, but unfortunately, I don't have your company's contact info, so I couldn't do that. It's not your fault, so don't worry about that. So, it's your wife's funeral today. I need you to hurry up. Can you come back home soon? I'm not sure if it's possible since you're overseas. I can make it. I'm going home right now. I'll call the company to let them know that I'm leaving from now. So, could you please wait a little longer? Sure, leave it to me. About the funeral, I've already made all the arrangements. My daughter wrote the details a while ago. She's a well-prepared girl, wasn't she? Is that true? I didn't know about that. Me and my husband didn't know either, but it looks like she's getting ready for it. It's hard to think how she must have felt. It must have been hard for you too. To decide going on a business trip overseas while Amanda was sick in the hospital wasn't easy. Yes, you're correct. I was given a big project to work on just as she was at the hospital. I couldn't say no, and I couldn't find anyone to take my place instead. I thought I'd be able to stay with her for a while. I didn't expect that this would happen. Well, don't worry about it. I'm sure you know exactly what you're doing. Yes, I hope so. We'll take care of the funeral. Don't worry. Just do what you have to do, okay? Got it. Thank you very much. Sorry, I'm late. I'm back home now. How are you feeling now, Nicole? You're back? Good job. Do you know where the funeral will be held? I'll be there, so can you come by yourself? I can't pick you up. Yes, of course. I'll be fine. I'll be there in about an hour. I'll be waiting for you. By the way, The place for the funeral is located at a minor area. Are you sure that you'll be okay?
I don't know, but I'll try my best.
You've been here before, right? I heard that. This place is pretty isolated. At first, me and my husband got lost.
Seriously? I'm sorry about that.
You've never been here before? Amanda told me she had her mind set on this place for a while. I thought you two had decided on this place together. You went to visit the place together with her, didn't you?
Actually, I don't know the place. Maybe Amanda decided on her own. We didn't really talk about it.
Oh dear, I think she hasn't changed at all.
Really?
Yes, just as she was when she was younger, she always said that she doesn't want to bother people with her own problems. She's the eldest among her siblings, isn't she? She has 2 younger brothers, so maybe she thought she had to be strong for the sake of our family. She always put off doing what she wanted to do. She was always worrying about other people. Looking back, I feel sorry for her.
I see. I can understand that.
By the way, do you remember Michelle?
Oh yes, she's Amanda's best friend, right? I've met her a few times before.
She's been Amanda's childhood friend from elementary school. I used to hear from Michelle a lot. For example, when Amanda was crying at school because she wanted a bag for her Christmas present, right after that, I asked Amanda whether it was true or not. That's how much she cared about her family. She should have been more selfish. I regret that I didn't spoil her when she was alive.
It seemed that she cared about me too. That's why she didn't tell me about the funeral's place.
Maybe you're right. Amanda is that kind of girl. You've been through a lot too, if you think back. I'm sure she was sorry when she got sick, so she tried her best not to bother you. As her mother, I'm really sad.
I understand.
Well, let's talk about it later. Come here soon. My husband is taking care of the preparations. Of course, you'll help too, right?
Yes, of course. I'll be right there.
I'll be waiting for you. Have a safe trip.
Excuse me, Nicole. May I have a moment with you? I'd like to ask you about something.
What's wrong?
Did you take care of our stuff? I just got home, but it looks like Amanda's stuff is gone. Could you explain this to me?
I didn't do anything like that. Wait a minute. By the way, are you telling me that you haven't gotten home since you came back here?
That's right. I really wanted to go home, but I just couldn't.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm a little scared. I still can't accept the fact that Amanda is gone. I couldn't sort out my feelings.
So you stayed in a hotel the whole time? Or with a friend of yours?
Yes, I stayed at a friend's house. He listened to me the whole time. I only went home to get my clothes. I was in a hurry at the time, so I didn't really look around. I just realized it now. Sorry about that.
I see.
I'm sorry for asking such a strange question. I wonder where Amanda's stuff went. What happened to her?
You noticed just now that Amanda's luggage was missing, right?
Yes, you're right.
Could it be that she has been taking her belongings out of the house for quite some time?
Huh? Why would she do that?
Did you notice anything strange?
No, not really.
Really? You didn't go home most of the time, did you?
I beg your pardon? What do you mean by that? Did something happen?
Well, I was trying to ask you whether you were busy with work that you seldom went home. Is there another reason for that?
Oh, so that's what you mean. I was anxious because I thought you misunderstood me.
Misunderstood you? About what? Did you do something bad?
No, Don't worry about it. You were right. I was hardly ever home. I've been on a business trip for a long time. I'm so sorry.
I see.
I couldn't spend much time at home. I know I shouldn't make excuses. I'm sorry that I'm a lousy husband. I didn't even notice the change in Amanda. I'm sorry for being selfish by telling you that I don't want to go back home.
Well, if that's the case, you should have told me.
I apologize. Oh, I have one more favor to ask.
What is it?
Yesterday, I had a little talk with the company about Amanda's memorial service. I might not be able to make it because I'm going on a business trip. I know I'm being irresponsible as her husband. I'm very sorry.
Oh, that's fine. We'll take care of it.
I'm sorry for everything. I'm really useless.
It can't be helped. I'm sure your job requires you to travel a lot. You're just doing what you're responsible for at work. That's why me and my husband will take care of the memorial service. Don't worry. Just do your best at work. Call me if you need anything.
Thank you very much. I'm currently taking a week off for Now's funeral. I have to go back to work from now.
No problem. Anyway, about Amanda's stuff, I'm sure she had her own plan. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough.
You're right. Maybe she did it by herself.
She was in and out of the hospital a lot. I think she knew herself very well. Maybe she was sorting through her belongings. You were too busy to notice that, weren't you?
Well, yes.
I didn't go to your house either, so I don't know what really happened. If that's the case, I'll come and help you, okay? I mean, you seem to be busy with work. Maybe you'd feel more comfortable relying on your friends than us? If there's anything me and my husband can do, we will help you. Amanda is our daughter anyway.
That's very kind of you, but you don't have to do that. It seems that Amanda cleaned up pretty well. She was a good wife to the end. I think I can handle the rest on my own.
Understood. I'll leave it to you then. I'm sorry to ask you for that when you're so busy with work.
Please don't apologize. I'm the one who's sorry for troubling you. I should have been the one to take care of the funeral. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. We're family, so we're supposed to cooperate, right? Well, call me if you need anything. Let's get in touch.
Yes, I will. Thank you very much. Nicole, I'll be on a plane soon. Please take good care of the memorial service.
Yes, I know. Be careful on your business trip.
Yes, I will. Thank you so much for your cooperation. I'm sorry for leaving everything to you.
Anyway, Landon.
Yes, what's wrong?
You don't have to bother about Amanda anymore. I want you to concentrate on other things and move on.
What?
You have your own life, right? I'm sure you'd like that. So you don't have to deal with me and my husband anymore. You're free to do what you want from now on.
What are you talking about? I'm still Amanda's husband. It's only natural that I should take care of her until the end, isn't it?
But...
I understand what you want, but I'm not thinking about divorce at all. It's true that I've been on the road a lot for work, and things have been awkward between me and Amanda. But it was all my fault. I know that. It's now too late to apologize to Amanda, but she is my precious wife, and she will always be.
I see.
So I will fulfill my duty as her husband. Don't worry about that. Well, I need to go now.
Okay. Have a safe journey.
Excuse me, Nicole, but it's an urgent matter.
What is it? I thought you were busy with work.
I was wondering if you have received the letter from Amanda.
Yes, I have received that.
Could you please see if there is a letter for me? I think she wrote me a letter. If you could, I'd like you to send me a picture of that.
I'm sorry. I don't have time to deal with you.
What? What do you mean?
I just need you to leave me alone for a while. You know what the letter says, don't you?
I got a call, but I have no idea what it's about, so I want to check the letter. I thought I'll understand if I read the letter from Amanda.
Oh, well.
I'm having trouble because I've been getting these weird messages. I've been getting calls from the company too. I don't know what to do.
I see, but what's the use of talking to me about that?
What? Well, first of all, I thought I'd clear up the misunderstanding. I'd appreciate it if you could help me.
If what you're saying is true, I think me and my husband have the right as a family to know. Would you mind just leaving me alone for a while?
Hold on a sec. Are you telling me that you don't care about what will happen to me? Nicole, please answer me. Nicole, please tell me about the letter. I have the right to know.
The letter, huh? If it's a letter, maybe it's delivered to your house. Why don't you go check it?
What are you talking about? I can't go home. I'm on a business trip. I'm not in the United States, okay? I can't go right away.
Really? You seem to be commuting to your office as usual.
Huh?
Did you think that if you said you were going abroad, me and my husband will take care about everything related to our daughter? You're a bit naive, aren't you? Stop kidding me.
Wait a minute. Do you think that I haven't left the country?
Yes, indeed.
That's impossible. I'm now staying overseas for a business trip. The company ordered me to do that. If you don't believe me, contact them directly and ask them.
You're right. It's true that you were on a business trip for a week when Amanda was hospitalized. But other than that, I thought I was told that you went abroad for vacation, not a business trip.
That's a lie. What are you talking about? When my wife was going through a hard time at the hospital, there's no way that I could go abroad for vacation.
Where were you when I called you about Amanda? Were you really in the middle of a business meeting? Overseas?
What?
You seem to do this kind of thing often. I checked your credit card statement from Amanda's phone. You made an overseas purchase that day, didn't you? I know exactly what you did.
Well, that's...
It's a long list of luxury brand names. You bought whatever you wanted, right? Is that your hobby?
No, it's not. You misunderstood me.
I'm sorry, but it's not a misunderstanding because it's all been confirmed. I was so distraught at the time, I forgot all about it. The basic information and contact information for your employer were listed on a form from the hospital where Amanda was admitted. I checked it out and called.
Oh no, I can't believe you did that.
I guess you got carried away because you thought that I couldn't call your company. What parent wouldn't call their daughter's husband in an emergency? Shame on you.
No, it's not like that.
When Amanda passed away in the middle of the night, I didn't even know it was happening. The staff at the hospital tried to contact your company. I remember them saying that they could only get through to the security guard. Since I managed to get in touch with you the next morning, I never called your company. If I had called the company instead of you, I would have found out sooner. I regret that.
By the way, you can't say what's written in the letter is true, can you?
Why?
Because you don't know if it was written by Amanda or not. Besides, it's just a letter.
For your information, I received that letter directly.
Do you mean in person?
Yes, along with the proof. I got this letter from the person I trust the most. So it's not just a letter.
Then who's the person who gave that to you? I think that person is trying to trick me.
Stop talking nonsense, Landon. Just admit it. Do you know how Michelle felt holding on to this letter?
No way. Michelle?
It's not just the letter. There was a video data too. Amanda asked me to give those to all the parties concerned. She said she can't allow you to live the life you want to live. Also, she hates you from the bottom of her heart. It was written in the letter.
Oh no.
You were cheating on her with a junior colleague before she was hospitalized. You told Amanda that you would stop seeing that person again when she found out about your affair. But you repeated the same thing again. Michelle said that Amanda had asked her for advice on that matter many times. She cried and said that she should have stopped it no matter what.
So, she knew about that?
Michelle told Amanda that she should divorce you right away and tell everyone about the truth. But Amanda still believed that you would come back. I can't believe that this is the result of trusting you. Well, about a month before she passed away, she thought she couldn't do it anymore and filed for divorce.
Divorce?
Michelle filed the divorce papers for her. I really appreciate my daughter's decision. So you're a stranger now.
No kidding. So I'm divorced then?
That's what I'm saying. We have nothing to do with each other anymore.
Please, tell me why.
How can you say such a thing? You know better than anyone else, don't you? You were aiming to get Amanda's insurance money and spend it with your girlfriend.
Of course not. Let me explain.
When Amanda found out, she decided to get a divorce. Then, she changed all the beneficiaries of the insurance to me and my husband.
What? Oh no, I don't know anything about that.
Too bad. I was also surprised when Michelle told me. I was surprised when my husband got a call from the insurance company. At first, I thought it was some kind of mistake. I didn't know that my daughter was so desperate.
Well,
Congratulations. You're free to live your life on your own. I hope you'll be happy at your girlfriend's house where you're hiding at all the time. Good luck to both of you.
Please, wait.
Oh, let me tell you something. Michelle was helping Amanda when she was moving out all of her belongings from the house. It was at that time when Amanda started to think that she might divorce you. She was preparing for it one step at a time. I'm amazed at how well prepared she was.
Oh no.
I told you that you're free, but you can't just sit back and relax.
What do you mean?
The letters were sent to your parents, your employer, and your friends. So, you must think hard about what will happen to you.
Wait, please stop that.
Nothing can stop me from taking my daughter's revenge. You've been contacted by those people, haven't you? If you keep ignoring them, you'll be in trouble. Well, either way, they're going to ask a lot of questions to you at the company. I hope you and your girlfriend get sanctioned. Later, I received a call from the company where my daughter's ex-husband works. Both Landon and his girlfriend admitted everything and they were downgraded because of what they've done. They deserve that. The letter was also sent to Landon's girlfriend's husband. In the end, they got divorced. Both Landon and his girlfriend are charged with alimony. I can only say that he got what he deserved. Michelle said that when she saw Landon at the funeral, she felt sick that she was about to punch him on the face. But she refrained herself from doing that. Though she was not blessed with a loyal husband, Amanda had a wonderful friend. I'm very happy for her. I'm sorry for causing Michelle so much trouble, but I'm glad that she was able to dispose the so-called garbage for the sake of my daughter.
Good evening, Kelly. It's about 8 p.m. there, right?
Hello, Vernon. It's almost 8:30 p.m. Was it a busy day at your work today?
Yeah, it was. I'm used to it, but it's still tiring.
Thank you for working hard every day for our family. But now that your overseas assignment is over, you can finally come home, right? I'm sure the kids are looking forward to finally meeting you. They don't usually say any of their concerns, but I think they miss their father.
Really? I thought they already forgot me.
You're their father. They won't forget you just because they haven't met you in 3 years.
But Kyle is only 5 years old, right? He was 2 when I was transferred to Singapore. I thought he wouldn't remember.
Don't worry, because you would come back here for long vacations, and we used to go on vacation here. I'm sure he knows you're his father. That's how it goes with parents and children.
At first, I really didn't like the idea of 3 years overseas assignment, but now that I think about it, it all happened so fast.
I was so busy raising kids and working that 3 years seemed like a blink of an eye when I think about it now. I've been trained a lot. By the way, when is your return date?
2 months from now, on the 27th.
So close. I'm looking forward to it. What do you want to eat first after a long absence?
Let's see. I think I'll have macaroni and cheese.
Mac and cheese? I'll get it ready for you then. I'll get some expensive ingredients.
I hope they're not too expensive.
Leave it to me. The kids love mac and cheese too. Are you going back to the headquarters as soon as you get back?
Sounds like that's the plan. So, they're putting me online right now for a meeting with the head office in New York. It's pretty tough because of the time difference.
I think they are counting on you. I'm happy for you.
My colleagues said that 3 years in Singapore is a customary career path. I'm sure I'll be able to work at a similar position when I go back to the head office. I can repay the favor you've done to our family for the past 3 years.
Oh, please don't say that. It's only natural for a wife to look after the house while her husband is away. But I'm so happy for you. After 3 years of hard work in Singapore, it's all worth it. All of your hard work is now paid off.
Yes, you're right. Anyway, I need to talk to you.
Okay, what is it?
Oh,
sorry, Vernon. Can I call you later? I think the kids have started fighting.
Fighting? A girl and a boy fighting each other?
Lately, Kyle has been learning a lot of new words, so he has been arguing with his sister.
I see. I don't like it when they fight. Well, I'll see you tomorrow or when I have time.
Sorry, I'll get back to you. It's been barely 3 years since my husband Vernon was transferred to Singapore by himself. He will be back home in 2 months. I had no doubt in my mind that we would be able to live together as a normal family. I was looking forward to that day to come, but I never imagined that he would betray me like that. Over the weekend, I sent a message to him. Hello, Vernon. I hope this is good timing for you. You said that you want to have a discussion with me the other day, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, that one. Do you mind if we have a discussion about that now?
Kate is at the dance club and Kyle is taking a nap.
Napping. That's nice. Kids are supposed to play and sleep as much as they can.
The other day, Kate told me that adults can buy whatever they want whenever they want, even though that's not true. So, what is it that you want to talk about? Is it about the things after you came back here?
No, it's not about that. Actually, I've been thinking about what I'm going to say, but when I get back, I want you to get out of that house.
What? Sorry, I don't understand why I should do that. What do you mean you want me to leave? I can't think straight.
I want to change my family.
What do you mean by that? I really don't get it at all. Explain it properly so I can understand.
Okay, calm down and listen to me. Actually, I met someone I like in Singapore. I'm in love with her.
Someone you love? In Singapore?
Yes, and I want to go back home with her and our child.
A child? Is the child hers? Or is it yours?
She's our child. She's 2 years old now.
So you're saying you had a local wife there? You cheated on me and had a child with her, right? And that the child is 2 years old? That's just right after you were transferred there. So you're saying that you have a child there, but you just want to come back home without thinking about what you're gonna do next?
The moment I met her, I knew that we were meant for each other. I knew she was the one. So I'm going to take her and the child back home to live in the house, and I want you guys to leave.
Wait a minute. That's so selfish. Does she know I exist? You're married, remember?
She doesn't know anything about you and the kids. I can't tell her that, so I want you to shut up and get out of that house.
Huh? Vernon, do you have any idea what you're talking about? I mean, you're cheating on me. That's a great betrayal.
Betrayal or not, it's my life, so I can live it the way I want. It's none of your business.
How can it be none of my business? You have to take responsibility. As for me, what are you going to do about Kate and Kyle? Are you going to divorce me? Pay for the alimony and child support?
I'm going to feed my new family, remember? That's why my money will go to my new family.
Are you saying that you're not going to pay me alimony or child support? No kidding! That's so selfish of you!
You work for the government employee, and you've been living with the kids for the last 3 years. So you don't need me to be there for you, right? She needs me. That's why I want to support her properly.
Are you saying you're coming back with that girlfriend of yours?
We're getting married. So I'm going to go back home first, clean up the house. Also, I'll get divorced from you, pick her up, and come back.
So you're going back and forth, aren't you? That sounds like a lot of work.
That's why I wanted to tell you about the divorce and the house first. Then, even if it's less than 2 months from now, I'm sure that you're ready to move out.
I don't know. Is it really that big of a deal? You're asking me out of the blue. After 3 years of your absence, I thought we'd finally be able to live together as a family in this house.
I'm really sorry about that, but it's going to be me and my new family living in the house. I'm sorry for the short notice, but I need you to step aside for the sake of my happiness.
That's too selfish. Why should I step aside for your happiness? What about our family's happiness?
But this is a decision that's been made. You'll have to leave the house as soon as possible. And of course, move your stuff out neatly so that my new family and I can move in comfortably. I'll come back home once in 2 months, on the 15th, and we'll discuss about the divorce. I'm not going to change my mind.
Are you really going to divorce me, Vernon?
Of course. I'm getting a divorce and I'll be marrying my girlfriend.
If you divorce me, I won't forgive you. After such a terrible betrayal, I'm going to make sure I'm thoroughly done with you.
Wow, that's a scary thing to say.
I'll make sure you pay for the alimony and child support for the kids. I'm not going to just sit back and cry myself to sleep while you're doing this horrible thing to me.
There's no way I can afford the money, so give up. You know what people say, that you can't give what you don't have, don't you?
I'll do whatever it takes to make you pay for those, even if it takes decades, and I don't like the idea of letting you have your own way. If anything, I don't want you to be happy. I'm going to fight you with everything I've got. Be prepared.
I don't know what you're gonna do, but don't do anything nasty.
I was both angry and annoyed at Vernon. I couldn't even understand why I had married him. Everything just went blank inside my head. But I am a mother of 2 children. I couldn't just stand by and watch with my fingers crossed. My son woke up from his nap and patted me worriedly on the back, bringing me back to my senses. I then proceeded with my preparations.
Kelly, what does this mean?
Vernon, have you returned home? Welcome home.
Stop kidding me. Why is there a board that says the house is on sale the front gate?
That's because I've sold the house. Anyway, where are we going to discuss the divorce? Do you want me to book a hotel's conference room?
Huh? Don't be silly. It's not the right time to book a conference room. What do you mean that you've sold the house? I don't have a home to come back to.
Of course not. You don't have a place to come back to.
That house is for my family. You sold it without my permission.
Vernon, listen to me. Have you forgotten about that house? 7 years ago, when we bought the house.
7 years ago? I don't understand.
You bought the house in my name because I had more money saved up and because it was easier to get approved for a loan since I work for the government, right? What I do with what's in my name is up to me, isn't it? I just sold my own house on my own. Do you have a problem with that?
That's too selfish. We lived together after we bought it, and we should discuss it.
You took the liberty of going overseas to a new place, got a new girlfriend, and even have a child. And then, when you come back, you ask me to move out of the house because you're bringing her back with you? That's selfish.
What about the division of property? I'm paying the mortgage too, so I should be entitled to it.
I checked with my lawyer and I'm properly following the law because you clearly stated on the line that you have no intention of paying alimony and child support. You made a serious mistake.
Mistake? Don't tell me you sold the house for the alimony and child support.
The mortgage you were paying was not enough for alimony and child support. I'll be sure to bill you for the rest. Through my lawyer, of course.
Where are you guys?
There's no way I'm telling you that. You need to ask my lawyer. Besides, I don't want you coming to see me and the kids.
You're having so much fun taking away my place of refuge. You're the worst kind of person.
How dare you? You sounded so happy when you tried to kick us out of the house. Did you have fun making a local wife, even though you were still married to me? Did you enjoy living with your local wife and daughter there?
Well, That's
what you deserve, so you'd better accept the bitter fact. We need to discuss the divorce first. Can you come to my lawyer's office?
Lawyer's office?
Yes, the office is in the front of the nearest station of your workplace. When you come, we'll talk about the divorce and the rest of the money. Of course, with my lawyer whom I can trust.
Don't think you'll get away with this.
Oh, and by the way, I'll call your company too.
What? Why? The company has nothing to do with it.
Because you cheated on your wife while you were away from home, and we're getting a divorce. You're not family anymore, so there will be a lot of procedures at the company. I don't know who the other party is yet, but if it's a coworker in Singapore or something, it's just too much.
It can't be helped. I met the love of my life. I don't care about the company. I just want to make the woman I love happy.
Was it really a coworker of yours? A woman who worked there, in the same company? And she didn't know that you were married? That's strange, isn't it?
Singapore is one of the biggest cities in the world, and there are a lot of people there. I mean, they don't even check if I'm married or not, so...
I'm sorry. I still need to contact the company. I'd better talk to the company about that in detail.
Wait a minute. If you do that, not only me, but she could lose her job too.
She didn't know you were married, did she? Then she's a victim. I'm sure she'll be fine. If anything, she's in the same boat as me.
I told her that I'm a married man after a while.
Oh, wow. I'm stunned. So then she knows now, right?
She saw my messages with you. That's how she found out. But she still said she loves me and that we should get married and live together in the US. She said she loves me.
Looks like I've got more money to charge for alimony. I don't know her contact information indeed, so I still have to tell the company. I'll have my lawyer go through the company and talk to her about the fee.
Our daughter is still young, for God's sake. Please don't do that.
How dare you talk to me like that? Even our kids are still very young, 7 and 5 years old. At this point in time, you're so busy talking about your girlfriend and daughter in Singapore that you don't even worry about Kate and Kyle. You are such a selfish man.
We've been apart for 3 years anyway.
That's not the point, is it? They are your children. Anyway, please come to the lawyer's office. We'll talk about all this.
Please, don't tell the company about the affair and anything related to that.
It's up to you.
What do I have to do to get you not to tell them?
If you and your girlfriend pay proper alimony and child support, I might reconsider.
There's no way I have that much money.
Then I'll just tell the company. The company triggered the problem by transferring you to Singapore in the first place.
Wait a minute, Kelly. I'm sorry. I'll make sure I pay you alimony too. I'm finally back at the head office, and I'm on the fast track to a big promotion. My life is just about to begin. If I fail at this point, everything I've worked for will be a waste.
What does that have to do with me? Everything you're saying is only for your own reasons. You cheated on me and even have a child. You also forced me to move out of my house. You've got to be kidding me. What about the lives of our beloved children? I don't understand why you can only think about your own happiness.
Don't talk to me so coldly like that. All right, I'll go to the lawyer's office right now and get down on my knees or whatever.
Getting down on your knees won't change anything you've done. I don't even want to see that.
Listen, I'm really sorry about what I've done to you.
If you really feel bad, then come to the lawyer's office properly and show your sincerity in the visible form of money. That's the only way to resolve this.
Okay then. Anyway, I'll be right there. So please, don't tell the company.
I'll give you 3 more minutes.
Your joke isn't funny at all, Kelly.
Then I'll give you 30 minutes. Please come quickly. I'll be waiting for you.
I'll be there as soon as I can.
I don't know who started the rumor, but word of Vernon's affair spread quickly throughout the company. He was supposed to return to the headquarters, but he was transferred to a remote place somewhere near Seattle. Of course, there was no way that his girlfriend and child from Singapore would come to such a place, and he was easily dumped right after that. He had cheated and betrayed his wife and 2 children, so he deserves to be punished. I hope he will live the rest of his life reflecting on the mistakes he made. Until now, Vernon has been working alone and lonely at his new office. He sent me a letter through my lawyer, telling me that he could only keep working to pay for the alimony and child support, and it's just too hard for him to bear. Of course, I ripped the letter and threw it right away to the garbage bin.
Hello, Alexandra. I can't go on today's date. I was looking forward to it too, but...
Another cancellation, huh? This is already the 3rd time in a row. What do you mean you're going to skip the date with your girlfriend in the first place?
I'm sorry. Don't be so hard on me. I've been busy at work. I had to work on my day off again today. It's an important client, so I couldn't miss it.
Do hairdressers have to work on short notice? You said you always work shifts.
My job is not just giving people haircuts. I'm also in a higher position, so I have to do all kinds of chores.
Are you sure it's work? I thought you had other things to do. You sound suspicious anyway.
I'm telling you the truth. Trust me, Alexandra. I'm sorry, but I might not be able to see you for a while. I'm really sorry.
What? Why?
I've been really busy at work. I'm really bad at arranging things, so I can't go on a date because I want to concentrate on work for a while.
I see. Okay then. So when can we see each other again?
I guess it depends on work. I want to see you soon, so I'll do my best. I'll call you as soon as I get settled.
You don't need to tell me the exact date, but can you tell me approximately when we can meet each other? Christmas is 2 weeks from now. We can spend Christmas together, right? You promised me, remember?
I know. How could I forget my promise with you?
Then, can we spend Christmas together? Can't we?
I can't spend the whole day, but I think we can meet during noon.
What? Are you telling me that you can't even stay overnight on Christmas Day?
Sorry, I really want to spend time with you all day long, but I have to work on Christmas Day too. It's also time for a hairdresser like me to earn money.
Sorry to hear that. Seems like it's quite tough to be a hairdresser. All right then. From around Christmas to the beginning of the year is the best time to make money, isn't it?
I'm really sorry.
Never mind. You're just doing your job. It can't be helped. So I'll be patient.
Thank you. I'm glad to have such a nice person like you as my girlfriend. I really am.
Can I call you or text you on the phone? I don't want to get in the way of your work. I'll just send you a good morning or something. I'd like to at least say hi to you since I won't be able to see you for a while.
Well, that's okay. But if I'm busy with work, I might not be able to reply as often as I should.
Don't worry about that. I'll be patient. I don't want you to think that I'm a depressed woman.
Thank you. I'll work hard so I can spend with you. I'm looking forward to seeing you at Christmas.
Me too. Good luck at work then. Toby, good morning. How's work? Still busy? Be careful not to get sick. Please pick up the phone, Toby. Where are you? I need to talk to you for a minute.
What's up? You scared me with all those notifications.
Well, it's Christmas today. What about our date? You're not going to tell me you forgot, are you?
How could I forget? Of course, I remember. But I haven't finished work yet. I don't think I can go out now.
Work? Are you sure?
Yeah, of course. It's Christmas, isn't it? We have a lot of customers. I've been very busy all week until today.
So much so that you can't even read my messages for a week?
Seriously, I don't have time for that.
Not even a minute before bed? Or a minute during dinner? So busy that you haven't had a second to read my messages?
It's all for today's date with you. I was working hard. I'm sorry I left your messages unread.
So, are we having a date today? It's already past midnight.
I'll come see you as soon as I finish work.
What time does your work end?
Well, I don't know yet.
Look, if you don't want to go on a date with me, just say so. Be a man, Toby. I don't like it when you whine. If you want to break up with me, just tell me. This kind of thing pisses me off the most.
Huh? What's with that attitude of yours? If that's how you feel, you should have guessed. Were you waiting for me to call? I didn't call you back and canceled our date, so you know what that means, right?
Why are you mad at me? I'm the one who should be upset, not you, Toby. What the hell is wrong with you? You're pissing me off.
I'm pissed off too. I didn't think you were this inconsiderate. I thought I'd just gently fade out from our relationship. Can't you see how sincere I am?
Gently fade away? Sincerity? Oh, give me a break. Just say it out loud. You don't even have the courage to tell me that you want to break up with me? What a coward.
I know you're frustrated because you got dumped. How much of a woman do you think you are? After all, my relationship with you was just a fling. You're not even my girlfriend. So why would I go through the trouble of talking about breaking up with you?
That's really disgusting. And you're married too. I should have been careful in picking my Mr. Right. I'm so depressed about my lack of luck with men.
What? How did you know I'm married? I didn't tell you, did I?
No, you didn't. Not only that, You confessed to me that you were single, right? What was that all about? You deceived me.
I didn't mean to. How did you know that I'm not single? Explain to me, Alexandra.
I went to your workplace, the hair salon where you said you work for. I was worried when I didn't hear anything from you. Also, I was curious about what kind of place you are working at.
You came to my workplace? When? I told you not to come there, didn't I?
Because you want to keep your personal and professional lives separate, right? Besides, you don't want your coworkers making fun of you. You also said that you didn't want your coworkers to take me away from you. You're trying to make it sound so obvious because you don't want me to see your wife working with you, do you?
You met my wife? You can't just show up at my workplace. Are you stalking me? You want me to sue you?
Don't change the subject. It just so happened to be a day when you were away for a job. So I guess it's true what you said about you working hard.
I told you I was working. I'm not lying. That's impossible. If you'd behaved, I'd have given you a chance to have some fun. Too bad.
Shut up, prick married man. I got a haircut from your wife. I asked her to give me a short haircut since I got dumped.
What? You pretended to be a client? That's quite scary.
No, wait. What do you mean about pretending? I'm a respectable customer. It's just that the person in charge happens to be my boyfriend's wife.
You were not saying anything nasty about me to my wife, did you? I won't forgive you if you say anything about me having an affair with you.
I didn't tell her, even though I didn't know I was sleeping with someone's husband. What if I get sued?
That's a wise decision. You're having an affair with me. From my wife's point of view, both of us are guilty.
I was supposed to be your real girlfriend.
Sorry, I'm a married man. If you just can't get over me, I'll play with you once in a while.
What are you talking about? I'm not interested in other people's husband. I mean, your wife taught me a lot of things without me having to say anything.
My wife? What did she talk about?
Well, a lot of things. She and I got to know each other really well. We talked about personal things too.
What did you talk about? Tell me.
That the store was opened by your wife and you were just a hired manager. When I told her that my boyfriend was married, she was so worried about me. She said that her husband seemed to be having an affair somewhere else. She really doubted me.
What? What do you mean?
She said she knows that you're cheating on her, but she can't seem to get any proof, so she's having a hard time.
Seriously? My wife is aware that I'm cheating on you? Did she really say that? If it's a lie, you're in huge trouble.
I'm not lying. You can ask your wife if you want to. She wants a divorce as soon as she finds proof of the affair. Of course, she wants to kick you out of the shop too. I know how she feels. We hit it off.
You didn't say anything else, did you? You're telling the truth, right?
Of course, I couldn't tell her. By the way, your wife's haircut was excellent. I'm already her fan. I got her personal business card, so I think I'll go back to the salon.
Don't you dare to come back.
Is it okay to say that? I'm a valued customer, okay? It's awful to kick out a customer. You're a hired manager, so you shouldn't be cocky like that.
Shut up! You found out I'm married, didn't you? Then don't come to the salon anymore.
I guess I'll have to send you your stuff.
My stuff?
Your stuff are in my room. I'll send it to the address on your wife's business card.
Huh? Don't do that! Don't do anything unnecessary.
The building behind the salon is both your office and home. I'll send the stuff here.
I'll go get it at your place.
But I already sent it. It's Christmas. Think of it as a Christmas present from me.
What? You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, but I sent it to your wife. She was very nice to me the other day. A Christmas present from me to your wife.
Huh? You sent it to my wife? What are you doing? There's no excuse for something like that.
Yeah, I sent it to her with some date photos of me and stuff. Some of them are showing how intimate we were. There's too much evidence of infidelity. You have no excuse.
Proof of infidelity? What do you mean by pictures? Intimate? What kind of stuff did you send?
Date photos, kissing. The rest I'm too embarrassed to tell you. But don't worry. I'm hiding my face. I made sure to include an apology to your wife. I didn't know you were married, and I'm sorry.
You've got to be kidding me. What the hell were you thinking?
I bet that was the best Christmas present ever. Now your wife can leave her adulterous husband. Maybe Santa made her wish come true.
Seriously? If my wife divorces me, it's your fault. I'll sue you.
You can't sue me, but your wife can sue me all she wants. On the other hand, you will be sued by me. Are you sure you understand your current situation?
Are you going to sue me? Why should I be sued?
I'll sue you for deceiving me, of not telling me that you are a married man. But you won't win this battle. I can guarantee that 100%. I don't think your wife will forgive you for cheating either. You're free to do whatever you want.
I'm sorry that I deceived you. Can you stop sending my stuff? I'm so sorry.
I can't. You can't stop Santa Claus when he's delivering the mails.
I'm so sorry. I can't live with myself if my wife leaves me. I'll lose my job too. How will I survive if my income is cut off?
Anyway, have you ever heard of Black Santa Claus?
What's that?
People say that Black Santa comes and punishes bad kids. I wonder which Santa Claus will come for you. Merry Christmas, scumbag! I haven't heard from Toby since then. Of course, I have not been sued either. A few months later, I went to his wife's salon again. Toby was not there. According to his wife, the divorce was successfully finalized. I was impressed to see his ex-wife smiling so happily. Big sis, can I talk to you for a minute? You know we had a baby last year, right? Yeah, I know. My husband and I talked about it, and we decided that living in an apartment would be too hard for us. So we decided to move there together as a family. We want to raise our kids in a more relaxed environment. So I just want to let you know about that. What? No one told me that you're moving in with the whole family. Huh? Mom said it's fine. I don't have to listen to your opinion, right? No, as you know, I live in this house too. And now, suddenly, you and your family are moving in. We have different working hours, wake-up time, and so on. So frankly speaking, it's a huge problem for me. Gosh, what should I do? Why don't we meet in person and discuss it with your husband in the room? It's not something that can be decided just by texting, is it? That won't be necessary. Why? I know there will be many problems if we live together. Instead of us moving in, you have to move out of the house. No kidding. Why should I do that? It's not a joke. I'm serious. Mom agrees with me too. Listen to me, Madison. Why are you going ahead with this without any discussion with me? I can't believe it. Well, you're not the owner of that house, are you? It was in our mother's name after our father left. So why are you acting like you're the owner? I'm paying for the bills of this house. I'm part of this family too. I've been supporting our mother ever since you left on your own. Now you want to come back because you have a baby and you can't make ends meet? Isn't that too easy? You can't just do whatever you like. By the way, I think you're misunderstanding something, but I don't need your permission. I mean, being a part of the family, it's kind of funny. You're just in that house because you're still single and don't have a place to stay, right? Why don't you take this as a good opportunity to be independent? You are too old to live together with Mom. It's embarrassing. For your information, I'm independent. You're living on your parents' dime and you're telling me that you are independent? Don't make me laugh. You're living off the inheritance from our father, right? I know exactly what you mean. What? I'm not living off my father's inheritance. I have a job and I use my income to pay for my living expenses. You don't know anything about me, so don't talk like you do. You have no right to boast of yourself since you're still living with Mom. I mean, Mom, who owns the house, says that she doesn't want you anymore. I agree with her anyway. Mom also says she'd rather live with her pretty daughter and adorable granddaughter than living with an introvert like you. Shut up and get out! Will you stop being such an annoying person? It makes me feel sorry for myself to have you as a sister. You know exactly what this house is like, and you want to move in? You'll regret it. Huh? Of course I won't regret it. That house is our parents' house. Of course, I know everything about it. That's not what I meant. Oh, gosh. Just forget it. I understand. I'm leaving. So why don't you do whatever you want? I'm sick of our mother's selfishness lately, and you're right. It's a good opportunity for me. You should have been honest with me from the beginning. If you did so, I wouldn't have gone through all this trouble. I'm so embarrassed to have you as my elder sister. Okay, I'm sorry. Anyway, about me moving out from the house, I need a month to find a new place to live. Yes, I understand. Oh, and just so you know, I won't be your guarantor for the apartment, okay? I don't want to get in trouble if you can't pay the rent. I'm not going to pay a single penny for you. I'm not going to depend on you guys from the beginning. Really? You've been living together with Mom for such a long time now, so I don't trust you. You're working part-time anyway, aren't you? I don't know if you can live on your own with such a modest income. Yeah, whatever. You can say what you want to say since I'm not going to listen to you anyway. Well, I'm busy with work, so I'll see you later. Sis, can I talk to you for a minute? What do you want? You don't need me anymore, do you? I need to borrow some money. What? Why? I thought you moved in with Mom because you could afford to pay for everything. Aren't you living off our father's inheritance? Why are you asking me for money? That's the thing. It doesn't matter. You're my sister. Help me. Let me guess. There is no such thing as our father's inheritance. Am I correct? I think we should call it debt. Yes, that's right. I wonder why Mom didn't tell me about this. I didn't keep it from you, okay? I mean, I told you at our father's funeral. I told you that I was going to disinherit anything related to our father because he had a bad debt. Didn't you listen to what I told you? Oh, maybe you only heard the part about disinheritance. You always cut out the parts that suited you, didn't you? I didn't know. Because Mom had a new car and the inside was remodeled and clean. I thought I had good access to money. I thought Mom was doing it with our father's inheritance. Unfortunately, I must say that it's my money she's been using. I mean, the only reason the house has lasted this long is because I earned and supported Mom. Mom has almost no savings. We've been able to live a normal life because I've been supporting her. I worked so hard on my own, so I wanted her to at least thank me for that. After living together for so many years, she seems to have forgotten all about that. Well, Mom always hates me. I guess she didn't want to admit the fact that she had a daughter like me who supports her. She was a proud woman. I can't believe it! If I had known about that, I would have stopped you from moving out. You want to use me as your ATM? No way. I mean, you're the one who told me to leave, right? Why are you playing the victim now? You kicked me out yourself, so don't rely on me. If you're so desperate for money, why don't you go to get a payday loan or something? They'll lend you the money right away. I don't have the money to pay that back. There's no way I can borrow money. That's why I'm asking you. Seems that this is more serious than I thought. Why don't you use your husband's salary then? You're a housewife. Why can't you handle the budget? His salary is not enough. We only have enough money to live on paycheck by paycheck. Then why don't you work? I can't. I have kids to take care of. Why don't you ask Mom to take care of them? Mom doesn't do anything for me. All she thinks about is spending money. That's right. She doesn't even do much housework, does she? I used to do all the work. But I think you just need to tell her that you can't do it. It seems like your family is already on the verge of collapse. If you don't do something about it, it'll be too late, you know? If you know what I'm talking about, then help me. You're my sister, right? Huh? I don't want to. I've been cut off from you since I left that house. Oh, and by the way, I already waived all inheritance rights, and there's no way you can try to put me on the hook for the debt. So this is completely your problem. Can you just leave me out of it? If you want money, why don't you try working hard? Well then, good luck. After that, Madison sent me daily messages asking for my help, but one day it suddenly stopped. I was curious, so I took a peek at my parents' house and found it deserted. I wondered if they had run away at night. Well, I have cut off all ties with my family, so I have nothing to do with them anymore. When my relatives found out that I didn't help them to the end, they said I was a heartless daughter. When I told them to give their help to my family, they fell in silence. I have already cut ties with those relatives too. Fortunately, my friends are very understanding, and they all praised me for what I did. There are things that are unforgivable even in one's own family. I just couldn't forgive them. What do you think? Please let me know about your opinions in the comment section.
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!